Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? I feel like my audio should be working. Eric, first in. Good morning, man. Yeah, a little chat with you. Curtis, how's it going? Ben Toombs, shut up. Hi. Good morning. Rob Huff, what up? Yeah, I saw the thumbnail for that video, but I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I was checking out that copper finish from Roy, so I didn't get a chance to check that one just yet. I seem to be low audio. Let me bump this up a smudge. Maybe that'll work. I must be on like a limiter. I don't know. Tell me if it's too loud. Morning Hubcap. How you doing, man? Dogbone. I'm planning on enraging Facebook with what I'm going to do to it. Yeah. How's it going, Donut? J-Bo, what up? Bill Corey. Wayne Heights, morning. Michael Hayes. Daniel, what's up, Dragonstone? Sounds great. This sucks, I can hear you. You're supposed to. Morning, Chris. Yama's before bed, and Yama's in the morning with coffee. Absolutely. Boar, how's it going? Dave Varner. Audio's fine. What's up, Adam? I just watched started watching your 500 subscriber giveaway video. I didn't see who won the everyday tongs, the completely average normal tongs that. Where's Sam? Oh, you guys want Sam? Sam was here last week. If you guys want an Australian, you guys are going to have to deal with Adam. Mr. Pekka, how you doing? Dan, Wiley, Robert. What's your other two wishes? So, topics. Sam is a translator. How's it going, Curtis? One of Adam's winners is an idiot. I didn't see who won it, so I don't know if if it's Ben. Did Ben win them? But yeah, what's everybody been up to? Oh, you won it, Wayne. You won it. All right. Good morning, James Jones. $5 super chat, getting in the gate early. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Hurtful. Oh, Ben. You need to come on down here and hang out with me, Ben. So I know coming up long term, gonna have a nice fun hammer in May, and it's gonna be a blast. Not here. It's gonna be up in the cold, frozen north of Pennsylvania. It's 1.9 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. Let me see. Let's see if y'all can see that. No focus? It's 41 here. That's cold, and I'm not going to deal with it. Hopefully it's warmer in May when I head north again. Yeah. I remember once upon a time everything was north of me. Dwayne! Are we just going to sit here and talk weather all day? Speaking of weather and shops and stuff like that, I really enjoyed what Roy was talking about. I like that he's going to be doing a video on it too. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your anvil. That just gives me the warm and fuzzies. Because about preheating your an to know that there's, you know, a scientific argument on why it's pointless. Everybody's so worried about it, you know. But I mean, really, unless you're doing something like teeny, 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 tiny, it's not going to affect anything much. And even then, even a warm anvil isn't going to make much difference. I like that he showed a physical show and tell. Yeah, they just want to talk about the weather. They just want to talk about the weather. It's like the weather is the only thing on their minds. They don't care.
Well, to be fair, when it's as cold, when it's as cold as it is most of those places, there's not much else that can be on your mind.
Show and tell during a Roy rant. Yeah, there is. No, I don't heat my anvil. The only time you'll catch me doing any sort of preheat to the anvil will be when I'm doing like Damascus. And that is every split second for that weld counts. So, you know, I'll toss, while I'm heating up the billet of Damascus, I'll toss a bigger billet on the anvil face where I'm going to do the strike. But that's just to warm up that one spot. You know, not much else. How is the Forge Around the World coming? It is, I have not had contact with Tim over at Big Dog, but I believe it is either on his, or in his mailbox, or on its way to his mailbox, unless he got it already. Yeah, I keep getting the same questions, like people want me to release the specs for the pages so that they can make their own pages, stamp it and send it in, or pass it around and stamp it and send it in. If I do that, then I will have about 50 pages, a stack that high, and I don't want that. There's 3 pages in it, plus 1 copper page, well, 2 copper pages now that Mr. Switzer went ahead and made it a binder. So there's 2 copper pages and 3 steel pages, plenty of room for people's touch marks. What I may do is when I get it, I may take a sheet off and send it to another country and have them pass that sheet around and do that. But even that negates the whole idea of you have the book in your hand, you get to see, you know, what everybody does to it. And hopefully it doesn't get much giganticer, because I really don't want to use a forklift to move it around. Everybody's saying, "Oh, hello again, Elaine," and thanking you for your help last night.
Cool.
Forge a strip of bacon. I know Tim did the bacon Damascus once, and I really like that. And I have a bit of wrought iron now, and I think it would be really neat to make some Damascus. So like take like some 15N20, some lawnmower blade, whatever that might be, 1085 or whatever, and mix it in with like a 3-layer with some wrought iron just for the look. Let's discuss the culinary value of pineapple on pizza. It's delicious. Morning, Solbert. How you doing? 2-inch snow here and still coming. I'm very excited to see how the Forge Around the World book goes. Thing everybody needs to keep in mind is patience. Patience, patience, patience. You know, it's not gonna, unless it disappears, the project's not gonna go away. It's going to get around, and especially once the world kind of opens up a bit, it will be easier for, like, say Adam in Australia were to get it and then go to take it to a blacksmithing event in Australia, where several smiths can all go and touch it, look at it, and wow about it, and punch it all at the same time. Or hopefully, if Quad State is going on this year, I hope that I have it back during Quad State, where I can take it and set up a booth for it, and everybody can come and look at it and punch it and do their thing. I'll set up the camera, you know, and make a big thing of it. And if that works out well, I will probably be doing a booth every year at Quad State specifically for the Forge Around the World book. You know, with pictures and all that stuff. Exactly, Rob. Trail dust. Make yourself a burger. Take and slice a piece of pineapple. Core it, slice it, take a slice of pineapple, grill the pineapple to break the sugars, and then put it on the pizza with, put it on the burger, and then throw something like a sharp cheddar over it and let that melt. And do like bacon and barbecue sauce, and it is just freaking delicious. Here we are talking about food. Dr. Asen in the Jesus. How you doing, man? You might need to create a Forge Around the World Volume 2 and 3. Absolutely, yeah. Pretty much once it gets to the point where it's too unwieldy, I will be doing a Volume 2, Volume 3, or maybe somebody else will take the mantle after it's done, you know, after it's full, and, you know, like 50 years from now, Forge Around the World Volume 2, you know, 100 years from now, Volume 3, you know, have it be my, like, literal, you know, legacy to the blacksmithing community, you know, just something that we all move along with. Put some peanut butter. I've done peanut butter on a burger. It is good. Yes, Trail Dust. That was one of my best-selling burgers at Hurricane Hole Marina. Another variation of it. What I would do is, because we did every other week, we did a pig roast, a pig cookout, where we'd go out into the grounds and we'd set up a pig cooker, and we'd cook a pig and pull the pork, and we'd take some of that pork and we'd put it on the burger with a pineapple ring, bit of barbecue sauce, some coleslaw. Mwah! Deliciousness.
I haven't eaten.
I haven't eaten in 2 days either. Let's go grab some food after this.
Yes.
Don't forget the beetroot. Yeah. You put beetroot on everything. You're drinking beetroot tea right now.
Who's this with the beetroot?
Speargrass.
Ah, yes, they do like beetroot on everything down there.
It's like they'll take a piece of beetroot and just beetroot and just dip it into some Vegemite.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I got a burger when I was down there in Sydney. And wasn't half paying attention to the menu. Just ordered burger, and it came with beet on it, and I was like, what the heck?
I love beets.
Best burger I have ever had.
Hey, John Brunel. The kids' book for the next generation. Speaking of which, I do want to do a Goodnight Fire book. I've got tons of ideas. This is what I was talking about Ritalin last night. I've got tons of ideas. It's just the focus. I've got to focus and finish idea 1 before planning idea 2 and thinking about idea 7. Now, about this blacksmithing thing. Right?
Okay, you hear it too? Sweet. I'm not imagining things.
There's weird noises. Now I don't hear it. But yeah, morning Elaine, thanks for hanging out with Yams. Hanging out with Yams, you're brave.
Tell me about it.
Thanks, Hubcap. 6 projects. So, yeah, okay, there's a good fun topic. For all of us, squirrel blacksmiths out there, how many projects do you currently have going right now? You know, what's the project count? I mean, and it could be, you know, shop projects, not necessarily just blacksmithing projects. 1,200. 6. I know I've got, you know, a video. I got like 6 videos in my head. I've got a room build out in my an office build out in my shop. Multiple hammers that I'm working on. I started cutting things out to make a Damascus billet. I've got several cable Damascus billets made to do something with. I've got a hood planned, a hood rebuild planned. The backyard cleanup. I've got to hard pack a driveway area for myself. B&B Forge, 4. Only 4? Oh, I wish I had your life. Only 4 projects? That'd be glorious. At least 25. Attaboy, Dan. Only do 1 project? Oh, something's wrong, Pekka. 11... 0 going, Bill, but really want to start forge making classes. Forge tong making classes. Actually, I've got to contact the people who they want to get on the schedule this Saturday for blacksmithing lessons. So I will be legitimately making or doing beginners blacksmithing courses for my area. So fun. Blacksmithing and steel fab, about 30 laying in my way. And there you go. Opposite of OCD. You have to finish a project before you go to the next. Man.
Ribbon burner. What must that be like?
I don't know. I can't finish a project. I got projects that have been sitting around for 3 years. Ribbon burner forge build. Yeah, I got a few of them to do with Scott. TV tray tool table. I got some media table. I gotta set up make some shelves above my workbenches for my phones and all that stuff. Get them off my workbench. 3 Warhammers. You got a lot of projects. A cedar box for the butterfly hinges. Exactly. When you really start, I think I'm messing people's day up when I start telling them, what projects haven't you done? You know, they're like, oh no, I shouldn't be sitting and watching YouTube. I should be in the shop. Hey, Jeff. Rob, how you doing, granddads? Bryson. Ram for a librarian, Iberian, ham and a ham knife, 50 millimeters long, 250 layer Damascus. Nice. Yeah, every time you start thinking about projects, you think of 3 more. See, Boar, I remember when I was a kid and I was on it, it's the way I did it, yeah, it diminishes creativity, but if you have the project in mind, and then you take the Ritalin, you focus on that project and you get it done. That's what I always, that's what it always happened with me, Imagination and creativity inspire imagination and creativity. That's why the list grows. Yes, which brings up another topic. What inspires you? Like, is it the I want to see if this works, or like for example, me, when I first started, it's like I really wanted to forge natural items. Like I really wanted to forge branches and shells and leaves and stuff, and then I immediately fell out of it for some reason. Howdy, Kenny. The battery died driving home last night. Oof. Well, I'm glad I could use the last year battery. I feel special. Make chili for the game you're not watching. There you go. Project clean shop today. Yeah, I need to do a shop cleanup too.
Project 15 out of 373.
Project 15. Bill, don't stick your tongue on your anvil, man. We'll have a Christmas story situation. You just cleaned your shop. Yeah, I know, it's messy again. I'm not talking about, jumping on Ritalin or whatever as like a permanent, like always on it thing. That would drive me insane. But weekends, at least, when I'm in the shop and need to get stuff done. Rob Huff. Who is that I keep hearing in the background? I feel like, I don't know what you're talking about, Rob. I feel like I missed something. That's Elaine. She was here last night helping out with the shop, or with the show. And we've got stuff to do in the shop. Although after the show, we need to get freaking breakfast.
Yes.
Whether I go over there and cook something or what.
There shall be food involved. But no, I'm not here. I'm just a figment of y'all's imagination. Don't worry about me.
She's a fig Newton of the imagination.
Tasty,
Keep
tasty.
a journal to write down projects and then finish what I'm working on. Make a priority list and work. That sounds so, like so
Organized.
much organized work, Wayne. I mean, I have a whiteboard. It's empty right now. I did use it for a bit. You can see my workbench for the first time in a year. There you go, Ben.
Oh, sorry. Woke you up.
But, worst subscriber ever. No, you're not, Rob. I just wish you'd pump some of my beginners videos like you do the Brazils. I saw that comment you put. Somebody was talking about, how you got to have a real anvil or something like that, and it's like, I'm like, no, you don't. And it's like, yeah. We're like, that first fire series, the anvil series section of that, I want people to share those videos. Be like, when somebody says, can I use this as an anvil? Share one of my videos. I have a video on it. I even used wood as an anvil. I used concrete as an anvil. I used brick as an anvil. I went through every possible anvil substitute I could think of, specifically so that when the question comes up in forums, people can share those videos and be like, here's what it looks like, and here's why it don't work. And I did it did the same forging each time so that you could see the difference. I didn't do like a big item on an anvil and then a small item on a brick. I did the same rail spike taper on every single one as, kind of proof. Should change Goodnight Fire to Goodnight Tong scattered everywhere. Yeah, I should. Yes, Chris, you can use a rock. The law of horizontal space, as big as it is as full as it is. Absolutely. I had the idea of taking and hanging a chain from my ceiling with hooks on it to put all of my tools on the chain as a vertical storage, and then do some sort of like a pulley where I can bring them down.
Nah, I need to do like a Wheel of Fortune type of deal.
Yeah. A vertical tool storage.
Oh, Price is Right. That's what I'm thinking of.
Price is Right. Yeah, not
Yes.
Wheel of Fortune. Price is Right. Morning, Dana. I wouldn't say I've got any annoying subscribers. I've got some funny subscribers. I got several people. Some of you who are in here will watch. They'll watch the live streams like hours or days after it's been recorded, and they'll comment as if they're having the conversation with me. and like I can almost tell where they are in the show based on what they're commenting about, and it's like, you know, it's not live anymore, right? It's in a giant pile on the ground. And yeah, that's kind of like mine. Right now, I do have hammers hanging on my vices. Some sitting on my spare anvil, some sitting, a bunch sitting on the floor. A pile about 8 inches deep and 12 inches wide of tongs and chisels and stuff laying right next to my hood. I see that ending badly. Can we do that? You do whatever you want to, Ben. Except that. Don't do that. I would do anything for Ben.
But I won't do that.
And I say most of my blacksmithing tools are fairly organized. It's everything else in the shop is total chaos. I've got a chaotic form of organization. It's ridiculous. It's my scrap metal pile. I tried to organize it based on what it is, and it just ended up being, well, a pile of stuff. Watched afterwards to see what I missed. There you go. Usually when the viewership dips, I bust out, like a cadaver and start practicing brain surgery, like you said. Hey, fisticuffs. Adios, hubcap.
Peacing out so early?
Yeah, he pieces out. He pops in to say hi. I can't expect all of you guys to sit and watch every single minute of every single video of every single stream that I do.
Can't expect it, but it sure be nice, jeez. I know today I'm going to finish a project. I'm going to finish hammer number 30. I'm going to handle it and make it shiny and nice, and I've got to figure out the deets and do a cross, I'm leaning towards $5 tickets and do 100 tickets. I don't know what the math of that turns out because I suck at math. That's not $500. $5 tickets times 100.
That's $500. I can't do I can't sell a hammer for $500.
If you can sell a hammer for $500, you should sell a hammer for $500.
There's no way I'd fill 100 slots.
Okay, 50 slots is $250. Which, who was it saying last night should be?
Somebody said 100. Somebody said $5 tickets and 100 slots.
Yeah, but no, somebody was saying, 150 is a hammer made, sold, and shipped. So you should aim for twice that. So
yeah.
50 to 75 slots.
Yeah, foffling the hammer. No, I'm not. You guys are right. Not selling. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Waffle. And then I have to grind the hammer that I annealed last night. Hey, Sean. A bed frame hammer rack. That's a good idea. I have plenty of bed frame. But also I had an idea for using I-beam. Figuring out a way to take a length of I-beam and cut notches into it so the hammers hang from it on each side, and then drill holes in it to slip tongs, and put it on a post, and boom, quench oil in the beard. Did I say I was selling it for $5? I'm not selling it for $5. Yeah. I really think 50 slots, $5 seems like a better deal. That way it's like, if somebody wants to buy 3 slots, it's 15 instead of 30,
believe in myself. Yeah. I will say this. For those of you who have already purchased the hammer, thank you. Just a heads up, I am raising my prices a little bit because the price of steel and everything is going to be going up. And I feel that I have made enough that I kind of know a little bit more about what I'm doing, and the fact that I use a crazy expensive steel is you know, it kind of justifies tossing an extra 10 or 15 bucks on the price. I wouldn't be doing an auction because I wouldn't be able to handle that. Another thing that I got to do, and I've been talking about it, I actually have the video filmed, but I'm really unhappy with it. I've got to release the channel membership announcement video so that I can turn on my channel memberships. What steel am I using? I use A33 is the primary steel I use for hammers. And if I don't do A33, I do 1045. Is there a ticket limit in the waffle? Honestly, no. If you want to buy all the tickets, closes it up. I never do a ticket limit because there are some people out there who, you know what, they want it badly, and it's you know, they would buy it flat out if they could. But yeah, I had that happen with the karambit that I raffled off, the Damascus karambit. I had actually it was the person who won it, and it ended up putting in like I think $100 worth of tickets. You know, he wanted it so badly, and he did get it. You know. Yeah, see, the thing is I do have access to a limited supply of A33, so I'd like to make as many. Ideally, I wish I had the capital to buy the entire bar of A33 from the supply instead of buying it 4 inches at a time. You know, I wish I had the capital to just say, all right, I'll take it all. But then once that's gone, then, you know, I don't know if the guy's going to get more. You know? Yeah. Forklift time. I can't really advertise. If I'm selling hammers, I can't really say, okay, this is 4140, even though forklift time is likely 4140. It may not be, though. It is scrap steel. So, yeah. If it wasn't jobless, I'd buy all slats. I love you, Rob. I hope things pick up. I heard the story. That sucks, man. C45, which is 1045 in the U.S. 1045 is a nice steel. It's a water quench, I believe. Yeah, and it's a water quench, and I can torch temper it. And I achieve a real nice rebound and bounce with it. So, like, I torch temper my 1045 hammers. I heat up my drift and slip it on the drift, and then take my torch and keep it hot until those faces draw to just past straw, just as starting to turn a bit darker than straw, and then smoosh it and stop it, and it turns into gloriousness. What's up, Insanity? How you doing, Alex? I did not get to your video this morning, Alex. It was up in my queue, and I was getting ready to watch it, and then I'm like, oh, time! Yeah, for hammers, it's a water quench steel. Let's say that. Yeah, for hammers, it's a water quench steel. We have sacrificial drifts we use, retired drifts or ones that didn't turn out good, and heat those and let the hammer sit on it for tempering. Yeah, pretty much that's what it is, you know. That's pretty much what I do. I've got a few drifts that were when I was making them, they turned out a little too small for my liking. So it's like, screw it, these are my tempering drifts. I've got one drift that was given to me or made for me by it was given to me by a certain blacksmith that, you know, I just really, I don't like the shape of it. It was neat, but it's just, I don't like the shape of it, so, but it makes a nice tempering drift. Hold on. $10 super chat in from Christ-Centered Ironworks. Buying a couple slots for granddads. By the way, what am I buying again? Oh. Thank you, Roy. I should have specified the super chats aren't the way to buy the slots because I only get 7, you know, YouTube takes their cut out of it. But thank you.
They are, in fact, a way to buy a space in your heart, though.
Oh. Roy doesn't need to buy a space in my heart. He has a space in my heart. You know what? Because Roy's such a nice guy, I'll let that one slide. When I do the waffle, Granddads will have 2 slots courtesy of Mr. Roy Adams, because he's a sweetheart. I'll just have to remember that. But yeah, thank you very much, Roy. And I tell you, things I'm not a guess at a number. See if somebody sends me the box deal. I use it one. Right. Morning, Ethan. It's for hammer number 30. It's a French-ish style crosspeen. French-ish style crosspeen. Oh, thank you very much, Ethan. Again, just in case we were clear, super chats are not waffle entries. They're not waffle entries because they don't, like, it takes me a month to get it, and yeah. And YouTube takes their cut. But I'm going to be doing it cross-platform. I'll do an announcement on it later today. I'll finish the hammer, get some good pictures of it, post it on Instagram, post a picture here on YouTube, maybe do a quick video on it. Alright. You guys are like ready to start this thing now.
They really want that hammer.
Yeah.
And it can be yours for a $250 super chat.
Oh. Now I'm going to do what I can to... Hey, Chris, you guys are glorious. To cover YouTube's take of Roy's donation for Granddads.
Aww.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
You guys are so dang cool. All right. Oh, I'm not begging for money, guys. How's that crazy lightning burn thing for hand? It's going great. I have had zero problems. Zero problems. Everybody said, oh, it's going to crack the handle. It's going to crack the handle. I've had zero problems with the electro burn on the handles. Another $10 super chat. Well, I hope this makes up the difference. Just sharing the love, Yana's no words. I love you, Roy. I really need to come up there and just, crash at your place for a week and just freaking help you out in the shop. Not so much, take up your time, but help you gain time. Be a second pair of hands for some projects. I really need to figure out how I can set that up. You've just been such a huge part of my growth. So for this, and I'm really not trying to shift this. The show isn't really about me. It just came up as projects we're doing. I made it's my hammer number 30 is what it is, and a couple streams ago when I was making it, somebody said, you need to do it a waffle, you know, like give everybody a chance to get it. And it's like, all right, so that's what I'm doing. It's going to be a $5 waffle. And I'll put the announcement post up later today. It'll be through PayPal. And I've got to, you know, probably $5 and 50 slots. A $10 super chat in from Rob Huff. Someone started a flood, tossing in the raft. Thank you, man. I really want that hammer. It's a match to my 15 Yammer hammer. Yeah. And because I am going on the high end of value, it will be available. That money will go towards shipping international. So it will be an international accessible waffle. The more names you can burn there are more names you can burn in the wall. I'm not the one burning names in the wall. Hopefully everyone's having a great day today. I am having a great day, Roy. The electro burn is just barely along the surface. It can only burn where the solution is, and you aren't soaking it for weeks before the burn. Absolutely. That's absolutely true there, Eric. J-Boat, $10. I want to jump in. Everybody's going swimming. Everybody's going swimming. The beaches aren't even open right now. Everybody's going swimming. I need to put on my flippers and snorkel mask here. You guys are awesome. I adjust the camera so y'all can't tell when I'm blushing. Uh-oh. In with the Santas and in with the snowmans. Hey, Roy. It's almost Halloween. Come on.
Get that nasty cold white stuff out of here.
Hey, Bill. -12 and you want water? We're all at the Island Metal Forge. Yeah, you are. I really need to set up a green screen and just have palm trees and ocean behind me. You guys are awesome. My cheeks are burning. Y'all are making me laugh too much. Yeah, we started all this out about... yeah, I'm flushed. We started all this out talking about projects that we've got that sit unfinished, or projects, you know, how many projects that we have going at the same time. I look good in red. Yeah, this shirt's really like making my face pop. I'm not crying, you're crying. Oh, Roy! I made a spoon to stir the pot yesterday. Another $5 super chat in from Roy. Thank you, man. You're killing me, Smalls. I'm not going to be able to hold a topic here today with all the...
Can't finish projects, can't hold a topic.
Can't finish projects, can't hold topics. You all keep making me laugh.
Focus, not so much.
Oh, you got Christmas and Halloween, or Christmas and... Oh. There we go, Eric. Thank you. It's almost Halloween. Where's the Krampus emoji? I think if you look up troll. I think I showed him last week. I've got my dice for Alex. They're Damascus dice. Let me see if I can... I have the squirrel bug. There we go. This shows better. Damascus dice. Yeah. Good afternoon, Morante. Shane, yeah, I have the squirrel bug. Yesterday couldn't see it live, but I watched the video afterwards. Liked the tree leaf. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. Rail spike tree leaf. I need 2 more. What is it? Is it 5 dice? I do have the other bit of this billet floating around somewhere. I think I can get 2 more dice out of it. What you doing, Ahi? Lately I've been making dinner bells. Not all triangles. So. Yeah.
No. Lay down. Lay down.
First Penny, then Dan Moss, Yamez, now you. Game on. Game on. What are you talking about? What, being Nemesis? What did I do, Ben? Yahtzee. Oh, it's Yahtzee dice. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't get a chance. It's the Forgecast challenge, and I didn't get a chance to listen to that episode. I unfortunately, because of my brain, if I listen to podcasts during while I'm in the shop, I sit down and listen. So, but I do have a new construction job coming up where I can put in headphones and listen to podcasts, so I might be able to catch up. Half staff, hey, make that money. Make that paper, boo-boo. If you gotta work, you gotta work. It's a Valhalla challenge. Dice for Alex. Alright. Door gate or gate hinge this month. Yeah, that's another thing. I really want to make a work on hinges. I need to get back to basically before I jump into more projects. I need to perfect my basics. I need to work on my fundamentals like big time. Like Roy says, it's like if you let your fundamentals slip and you just jump project to project to project, you'll end up like me. Okay at some stuff, but just when it comes to basic fundamentals, just excuse me. Yeah, I really need to just spend a couple weekends in the shop not doing projects, but doing practice. Original Damascus, Morante. Like Damascus nowadays, modern term for Damascus is a colloquialism for pattern welded steel. Original Damascus was actually Wootz steel. It was a crucible steel it was worked much like, I guess you could say much like wrought iron, where it's like they take the crucible steel and then forge it together and then fold it over and keep forging it and keep forging it and keep forging it to bust out as many impurities out of it as they can, and to work in like carbon and such like that, and it gave that patterned look to it after forging. And how pattern welded steel came about was smiths were trying to recreate that because the recipe for it got lost, and they came up with pattern welded steel and let's mix two different steels and see what it looks like and blah blah blah, and then that branched off into this thing, and then somebody rediscovered the secret as best as they could how to make Wootz. But the reason it's called Damascus is because that steel was from a mine in, I believe, Pakistan, and was sold in the village marketplaces in Damascus, the town or the city of Damascus. Yeah. Roughly. Adios, Chibo. Thank you. I have heard, even if it's a mild steel dinner bell, if you get it hot and then quench it, just to give it that little bit of hardness, it does have a more, a longer lasting ring. But I mean, I don't know. I've only made one ever, and I believe I made it out of coil spring. Pattern weld, was it? See, I'm not positive on it, but I had heard that pattern welded steel was them trying to recreate Damascus. But, yeah, okay, if it was done in ancient times too, cool. Now, Morante, I would like to say, and for all of you guys out there, I am still very much a beginner. There is a lot, especially when it comes to metallurgy, that I don't know. I can glean from what I've picked up, but as with that rumor mill that is the internet, what I pick up may not be 100% accurate, or maybe a half story. So it's Syria, yes. So preface anything that I say with, as I understand it or as I have heard, not this is fact. Nothing I say is fact unless I can prove it. Actually. So that's kind of like the disclaimer for me as a person. You know, unless I can prove it, I will not call something fact. Everything I say is as I understand it, or as I see it, or here's the writing on the wall as I read it. Yeah, Rob, I kind of wish you could do images in the chat, but at the same time, you know, that would be hectic and crazy. I might, you know what, that gives, what would you, okay, for my channel memberships, guys, because you guys are the primary ones that would use it, being, you know, not super chat, being the live stream chats. What would you guys think of me using memes as, like, little meme examples as my emojis? You know? I just thought of that now. It'd be like, you know, just be like a little smudge face for the cat. I'm gonna have to go remove that white stuff from sidewalks. You have fun with that, Wayne. Now, again, this is one of those, as I understand it, comments. But soft iron and brittle steel and stuff like that to cancel out the negative properties. I believe, you know, it's like what they were working towards was like their version of carbon migration. Chime in, Rob. I may or may not be right. Go buy a weed burner torch. There you go. But, that's how you make ice. Yes. Work smarter, not harder. The era of copper, bronze, and iron. Yeah, metal as a subject, both in modern chemical properties, like metallurgical properties, and going back into the history of metal, how it was worked, how it was discovered, how it was utilized throughout the ages, is a fantastic lesson in history. And Alpendre, that's the one that I was trying to think of. Yes. But yeah, it's, I'm not a history buff at all, but that is one, anytime that I see like a history of like I watched an hour and 45-minute documentary of ancient Chinese metalworking, and I was just enthralled. And then cut to the next episode in that like documentary series was, you know, like aqueducts or something, and I was like, boring. Click. Yeah, we did a bloom at the Quad State get-together last year. And I'm sure we'll try and do it this year, too. I don't know. I kind of want to set up a semi-permanent bloom furnace here at the shop. And, you know, gradually here and there attempt blooms on my property. Yeah. I do not know if John got anything out of them nuggets. I do not know if they worked them yet. Have the kids shovel the snow. There you go.
Isn't that what people have kids
cheaper
for?
than a weed burner if you already have them.
Changing channels and shoveling snow?
I wouldn't say kids are cheaper than a weed burner. You mean? Yeah, trail dust, that's a very good thing. You know, it's like in this information age that we have allows people to pursue topics that, you know, 30 years ago, 40, 50 years ago wouldn't have been accessible to them, you know, as easily. You know, you actually have to seek out information, you know, rather than it being at your fingertips, you know, or now in the palm of your hand. But pay the kids down the road to shovel snow. We've all been kids. You know that you pay kids to do a chore, and you know they just get the dollar signs, and you know they don't do it right, and then you got to end up doing it over again, and then you got to pay them anyway to avoid seeing them frown. Robert Whitney, no shoveling, just pack it. Yeah. I know libraries still exist. Just the public library then. It's only cheaper if you use the neighbor's kids. Yeah. I'm not allowed to use the neighbor's kids. They, you know, they're too young. You know. Although I don't have a driveway to shovel.
Or snow to shovel out of it.
Well, it's a hard packed driveway. It's not a. It's basically a yard with oyster sand. It's called hard pack. It doesn't like sand does. Yes, if you haven't smooshed the like button, smoosh the like button. Your chances to smoosh that like button and like that smoosh button are dwindling. 2 more minutes. But yeah, I'll take those last bit of the show to really thank you guys. Hey, good morning, Nidavellir. To really thank you guys for the support. You guys are freaking awesome. That's another thing I might do today. Is just get that channel membership video. It'd be interesting to see. Right now I've only got 1 emoji, so it's like I've been waiting to do it until I got more emojis, because that's really the main thing about it. You know, when I do have an online shop, there'll be discount codes for the online shop, stuff like that. But until then, it's basically getting it set up now to you know, so that it's done and ready. You know, but thank you guys all for the support. I've got stuff I got to do, as do most of you guys. I see the viewership dropping. So adios, everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday. If it's warm enough, get out to your shop. Go shovel your snow. Rob, wear a swimsuit and go shovel the snow with your big bushy beard, you know. All right. Seize the day, everybody. Get something done. And nothing is something. Just saying. You guys all rock. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and get going and get out of here. Have a good one, everybody. Happy Sunday.